No.
What's up, Jamal? Good to see you. How was the off season, and what can you share about kind of the rehab status and where you're at?
Off season was good. I put a lot of work in. I stayed in the States once the season ended. Rehab in Phoenix, rehab in Denver. Went to go see Doc a few times in LA, and then went home for like a month. Saw the fam, went camping. Just kind of tried to decompress before the season starts and ramp things back up. So rehab's been going well. I'm just trying to stay in the present day and not get ahead of myself, which is very hard. Because I can they don't want me doing certain things, and then I go home and I got my little brother that just wants to play one-on-one and stuff. So I gotta balance that out and just be safe about it. But I'm just eager to be on the court, and it's still a long ways away though. So.
Chris Dempsey, Altitude Sports.
Jamal, good to see you, man. Well, I am at the risk of getting ahead of yourself. I mean, what are the odds that we see you this season? How much do you think about that? I know Tim Conley earlier said you'll be ready when you say you're ready, so that's certainly out there as well.
Yeah, I mean, I want to feel good when I come back. I don't want to come back when I'm 85% or whatever. No matter where the team's at, I want to come back when it feels like I can play with the same amount of force that I normally play with. I don't want to be babying it at all or overthinking it at all. I want to be naturally in my head where I can play without any pain, play without any second thought. I think that's where you get hurt again, and you got to play with second thought or worrying about hurting it again. So, once I come back, that's when I know that I'll be, fully healthy. But I don't have a time. I don't have a date for you guys. I can't see myself playing right now. I'm too far away. So I'm only 5 months out. This 5 months ago, I could barely lift my leg off the bed. So I've come a long way, but I still got a long ways to go.
Harrison Wynn, DNVR.
Hey, Jamal, good to see you. What are just kind of some of the types of things that you can do on the court right now? And what's, I don't want you to reveal every detail, obviously, but what's kind of your routine right now, if it's on the practice court or what's the type of stuff that you can do?
Well, I mean, it's hard to talk about because I can do certain things, but I can't, do it for long, or I can't do many of them, or I can't do it very hard. So, in my mind, I can play one-on-one, I can get to my shot, I can get to my spot, but that's just me talking, that's not from a medical standpoint of what I'm supposed to be doing. But right now, my focus is just focus on running, running perfect, straight, backwards. That's still in progress right now, still in that progression. So, running and then coming to a stop, there's so many different details you gotta go over, side to side, but really slow. But put a ball in my hand, I move side to side a lot faster. So we'll see.
Chris Marlowe, Altitude Sports.
Hey, Jamal. I was wondering, for you, what has been the most difficult part of rehab?
Playing, man, just not being on the court. When I got hurt, I wasn't really worried about the rehab. I knew it was gonna be a long process, but I wasn't really worried about how tedious it would be or the details. Or I know it's tough, and that's the hardest part people say about it. But for me, it's just not being out there on the court. Being able to sit there and watch. These guys played 5-on-5 the other day, and I was just sick. It was just the first day back, and I came, and I'm already upset. So I think mentally, just not being on the court is the toughest thing for me right now. But the rehab keeps me on schedule and keeps my mental locked in. And I'm here the longest. I go do lower body lifts, I do upper body lifts, then I run a little bit, then I shoot, and after that, I'm the last one in the gym. So my day's kind of full.
Ryan Blackburn, Denver Stiffs.
Hey, Jamal, thanks for taking the time, man. Have there been any players, either guys that are on the team or guys that are around the league that you've kind of used as a resource here, just to try to guide you through this rehab process?
Yeah. Everybody kind of reached out when it first happened. But I've had guys like Victor Oladipo, Clay was the first person to talk to me in person. Spencer Dinwiddie, I still talk to him. I talked to Zach the other day. So I've had guys in the same situation as me, and they're just praying on my health and trying to give me any tips or things to look out for during the rehab process. It's been a lot of help, giving me insight. I know everybody's body is different, but it gives me a lot of insight of what I should be looking forward to do or looking forward to doing, soon. I don't know. It's been 159 days now since my surgery, so yeah, you can tell I'm locked in when I know stats like that.
Joel Rush, Forbes.
Hey Jamal, good to see you. You mentioned watching guys do 5-on-5s. Has anyone stood out as impressing you so far?
I was only there. It was only one day, 2 days ago. AZ looked good. Thrill looks real light. He's been hurt for the past couple of seasons, and I remember my rookie year, he was just really wiry, really light, and more agile. Thrill looks really good. PJ looks like a linebacker. PJ's look good too. But I haven't got to see much, just off one day. I look great too. I can get a bucket. 2 dribbles, pull up 2 dribbles, I can do that. You'll see the videos. They'll come out soon.
We'll go back to Mike Singer, Denver Post.
Hey, Jamal, you talked to Malone, you talked to Tim, and both of them have said that you are going to be better on the back end of this. Is that where your head is at? And how would you describe kind of your hunger level as difficult as this year has been for you? As you get closer and closer, is it just burning just as much, if not more?
Yeah, it's on a different level right now, especially just being in the basketball environment every single day. But I get a chance to work on my shot every single day. Pull-ups, I just kind of find that consistency in my shot, and it's kind of like Mike and I switched roles now. He was watching me play while he was redshirting, and then now I'm gonna be the redshirt and watch him have a chance to blossom and make mistakes and play through mistakes and score 40, 50 points, and grow for us so that when I come back, we can all click and all be better versions of ourselves.
Chris Dempsey, Altitude Sports.
Jamal, speaking of Michael Porter, what's what advice have you given him, and what's going to take his game from one level to the next? And then how much will you be around the team? Will you make all the trips? What's your plan in terms of that this season?
Yeah, I plan to make most of the trips. Obviously, I still swell up when I fly, or I'm not as loose, or the next day when I go to the lift, I'm not as strong or not as comfortable. I might have more swelling sometimes. So certain flights, certain 1-game road trips, I might not make. But for the most part, I'll be with the team, and I'll be doing scouting reports for the team, like pregame and stuff. I can't be like a player coach out there. Yeah, I'll be bouncing around everywhere. I won't be able to leave the game, and just looking forward to that aspect of it.
Harrison Wynn, DNVR.
Jamal, with the rehab these last couple months, have you picked up any interest or stuff outside of basketball that you wouldn't have just because of this rehab?
The funny thing is, you would think I have, but I just go back and watch more film. I just go back to the gym and put some more shots up. I haven't really found a talent outside of basketball yet. So far, basketball is my only talent. So still looking for someone to come to me.
Mike Singer.
Hey, Jamal, can we expect more of Coach Jamal Murray like we saw in the playoffs last year, bolting past Malone in the playoffs?
Yeah, the fun thing is we got a few new players that I don't know yet. So I gotta get it back on page and get on track. But yeah, I'll definitely be helping. I'll definitely help Facu speak English out there for sure.
Duvier Johnson, Mile High Report.
Hey Jamal, we spoke to a few different players about Bones Highland and his competitive nature. I know you just played him with the left hand. Is he as competitive as they say?
Yeah, I beat him with the left twice from the free throw line. We're working on my left a lot. Just straight out of boredom. So I'll just be putting up floaters, play with Steve Graham, play horse. But I think, when you see me, I'll be able to do more things than you think I can do. And I look better than you think, but I'm still very far away from being able to do it at a high level or 100% speed or with it feeling a certain way. But I just look forward to being back on the court and challenge these guys. Once I'm cleared to play one-on-one. Oh man, once I'm cleared to play one-on-one, we'll definitely get things more competitive.
All right, we got time for one more. We're going to end with Mike Singer.
Mike Singer. How do I know?
Yo, I bet you missed these media sessions, so we got to get them all in. Jamal, the mental or the physical side, what has been more taxing, more difficult to wrap your head around?
Easily the mental. The physical is, you sore, but you're sore like any other day. And even when I'm sore, we take, the next day to be lighter or something. So I feel like muscle fatigue is pretty easy for me to get over. It's just the mental of not being out there, the mental of finding peace with something else, finding other things to do, and then just like having confidence in it. I like I said, it was just 5 months ago, which is not long ago. I couldn't lift my leg off the bed. So I've come a long way. It's just even when I can do certain things, I got to remind myself that I can't do it to the speed or the level I want to do it. And I think that's the biggest thing for me coming back is having confidence in it. You'll see lots of videos of me playing one-on-one, me scoring at a high clip. But that doesn't mean it feels the way I want it to feel. And that's just comes with time, and I can't rush time.
All right, that'll do it. Thank you, Jamal.
Yes.